Carson Wentz, again, cut for the second time in 2 years? Third time in 3 years, actually.
Doesn't look
so
good
that's
for
great. I guess he was traded to Indy, so cut for the second time, traded once. Anyway, I've been a massive supporter of Carson Wentz. I think statistically he's better than a lot of people realize. I know he has his downfalls, but I mean, people like love Matt Stafford, for example, right? Oh, Matt Stafford, he's going to come back healthy. He's a top 5 quarterback. So take out like both their rookie years because they both sucked. I mean, we do that a lot when we talk about quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks that have been in the league for a while. If I only have 3 years sample size, I'm going to use your rookie year. But I got like 7 for Wentz, and I got, 14 for Stafford. So take out the rookie year. They're almost the same quarterback. I mean, Stafford's a little bit more accurate. Touchdowns per game are the same. Stafford throws, a tenth of an interception per game more, right? Just a hair more reckless with the ball. I mean, pass ratings, Stafford's is a little bit better. It's about 2-3 ticks higher. Which it's almost the same quarterback, though, right? But the difference, Stafford had a season with, the best coach, the best defensive lineman, the best DB, the best wide receiver, a great O-line. Now, he had to put up with a lot of shit to get there, right? He had to go through Detroit for, 12 years? So, I mean, don't worry, Stafford paid his dues. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we view Stafford up here, and then Wentz he's cut and probably not going to start next year. So I love Wentz, but I have to concede something about him. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. So let's backtrack here for a second. It all makes sense. You remember playing Little League, right? Everybody does. There's always one kid, not really that big, not that fast, doesn't run the fastest, run the farthest, jump the highest, doesn't move significantly better than everybody, but they just seem to be in the right spot at the right time. Right? They seem to come up big when it's needed most. Against all odds, gets the job done, right? But you see this in every sport. It's not just true of Little League, it's true of every sport, even professionally. I'll give you an example from almost every sport. Let's start with basketball, right? A lot of people speak basketball language. Everybody can play basketball. It's easy to understand. Luka Doncic, right? The man barely dunks the ball. His handles are good, not special. He kind of looks like a regular guy if you're looking at just body type. He's not jumping over people, dunking over people. His shot's good, but it's not even that quick. It's not like Steph Curry, like, ooh, that shot looks different. No, it just looks like every other shot at the Y. But he's always getting his own shot. He's always open when he needs to be. He's always, getting the job done, leading the league in scoring. How about Luka Doncic? Or, I'm sorry, Jose Altuve. Short. He's like, what, 5'4"? The size of like a middle school girl.
With cleats on.
Now, granted, he's physical specimen in terms of his prep, his mobility, his core strength, right? He's not an actual size of a high school girl, but it's close. He's small, extremely limited physically. Nah, he hits the ball like 450 feet. But he's an all-pro, he'll probably be in the Hall of Fame. How about Tom Brady? No, I know Tom's big and he's got a nice arm. No, Tom was, always will be a freaking statue back there. Cannot move. Can't move. Good arm, not special. Big, not insane, But they all succeeded at high levels. It's that it factor that nobody really knows what it is or how to quantify it. Right? Joe Burrow. He's got what, like the 4th best arm in the AFC alone? Not even the league, the AFC. Herbert, Lawrence, Allen, Mahomes. He's probably got like the 5th best arm in the AFC alone. He's probably what, the 6th, 7th most mobile in the AFC? He's got a bad O-line, a coach that we like, but we're not really 100% sold on him. Doesn't matter, he's a beast. Because he's got that it factor, he's got that swagger, he's got that, I can walk in a fur coat and it doesn't matter. Even though probably I'm not rocking the fur coat, to be honest with you. But he can. It's not, don't want to make it about that, but how many 6'3" white dudes with a middle part can walk in with glasses, Bon Jovi glasses, and a fur coat?
Not many.
Let me help you out. Almost none.
Joe Burrow.
Like almost none.
Joe Burrow. That's
Joe Burrow, right? So for Carson Wentz, that's the one thing I have to concede. It's all lined up for Wentz. High round pick. He has had an offensive coach, aggressive GM in Philly, good weapons and support, some pressure because he was a high pick, but not a ton because he was a small school guy. They were going to give him the benefit of the doubt. MVP candidate early, paid early. Everything was lined up for Carson Wentz. Then it all came crumbling down. But then, gets a pretty good situation in Indy. Actually, a really good situation. I know the O-line wasn't ideal, but it was rated middle of the pack. It was 14th or 15th 2 years ago. Great run game, clever quarterback coach, quarterback whisperer, some may say. Could hide in Indianapolis. Not a lot of pressure there. It's a relatively small city. All he needed to do was win either of the games against either the Raiders or the Jags, let's set the scene for the Raiders game. The Raiders had 2 felons dismissed from the team, one that actually killed another person, a racist head coach who, to be honest, was kind of weird even outside of it. Like, just a weird situation, emailing weird things back and forth. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, when a 7th grader gets the school laptop for the first time in middle school and decides to look up porn as if that was going to be a good idea on the middle school laptop, that the school owns and tracks. Wi-Fi. Yeah, right. Like John Gruden, hey, with your company email, let's make awful remarks in your email. Like, probably not a good idea. Right? O-line was a tire fire, no existent defense. Nope, he lost that game at home. Got thoroughly outplayed by Derek Carr, who I like, isn't even a top 10 guy. Probably 12. How about let's travel to sunny Jacksonville? He's a rookie quarterback, interim head coach, no weapons, no defense. I mean, the kicker got damn near assaulted by the former head coach. Remember that story? Yeah, that's the team they were playing. That's the team right there. Total mess. Sell the team type stuff. Nope, couldn't win that one either. Look, I've defended Carson Wentz. But at some point it comes down to, can you win football games? Point blank, no. I mean, to quote Ron Rivera, when asked why he chose Taylor Heineke over Carson Wentz, he said, quote, winning primarily. I mean, I can sit here and tell you Wentz is 6'5", mobile, big arm, makes a lot of great throws, relatively underrated. Right? He's 27 touchdowns, 7 picks is like his career average roughly. That's pretty damn good. That's like Matt Ryan level, who will get Hall of Fame votes, been to Super Bowl, won an MVP. Right? So two things can be true at once. He could be kind of underrated. But you also have to understand, for some reason, he doesn't win. He doesn't win enough. He's not part of a winning culture enough. Right? It reminds me a lot of like Russell Westbrook, who, I don't even like basketball, but everybody knows Russ is going to run really fast down the court, jump really high, and dunk the basketball. But I mean, you go look at his efficiency numbers, especially in the half court, they're awful. He's not a good half court player. He doesn't facilitate winning basketball. It's the same thing with Carson Wentz. He's not a winning quarterback. Super talented, can stack up with the best of them in terms of stats. Not a winning quarterback. And it hurts me to say I've been a Carson Wentz fan. It hurts me to say.
Well, these are billionaire owners and billionaire teams. They're not going to settle for not winning. It doesn't matter how talented you are, the measurables that you have or don't have.
I agree.
If you're not going to win football games, it's just not going to be good for you. It doesn't matter. I mean, you brought up the Brady thing. There were people, when Tom Brady was literally getting ready to graduate college and go to the NFL draft, he went to a camp and he was being outthrown by NFL or high school prospects that just got invited to the camp because they're going to college. They want to throw it around. They want to get some exposure in front of NFL scouts. Tom Brady got outthrown by high schoolers in his senior year of college at Michigan.
Yep, but then he was a young guy, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, our starter's hurt. Go ahead," and then he went to the Super Bowl.
And he, keyword, won the Super Bowl. Got wins. Became one of the most winning quarterbacks of all time. That's what matters in this league.
I couldn't agree more. It's different like in baseball. It's like, we lost. We play in like 10 hours. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's a Friday night game, but we play Saturday at 2. So if we lost, that sucks. Rinse and repeat. You win Saturday, you don't even remember Friday. Right? NFL, it's like, no, we lose and we get embarrassed Sunday. The rest of the week sucks to be in that building.
100%. You're dealing with that the entire week.
The entire week. All right, well, the Bears have been dealing